I've helped dozens of families downsize over the years, but nothing prepared me for the moment that I realized when it was time for my own parents to downsize. There wasn't a big dramatic event. It was actually one very small conversation. And after that conversation, I could no longer ignore the issues that were laid out in front of me. If you're new here, my name is Meredith Davis. I'm with the Wildflower Properties Group, brokered by KSP. I'm a realtor here in Houston, Texas, and for over 16 years, I've worked with families during some of the most important transitions in their lives that involve their homes. I've sat at kitchen tables, in backyards, and coffee shops. I've listened to stories and helped adult children navigate through those tough conversations with their own parents. And best of all, I've helped multiple families create plans that made sense financially and emotionally for them. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared me for when it was my turn for my family. And here's the part that still surprises me. I didn't see it. I didn't see it coming. My parents had to come to me. They sat me down and told me that they were ready to make some moves. And I was shocked. Honestly, it wasn't even on my radar yet. I hadn't even thought about it. In my mind, they were fine. They were independent. They were managing. Their house was beautiful. They loved their neighborhood and their neighbors. They had friends and routines and a community that they had nurtured. They had nurtured all those things for almost 30 years, and it felt safe and familiar, not just for them, but for all of us. But what I wasn't seeing, like what it was costing them to stay there. And that was the main issue, that the house required a lot of upkeep. Their home was in East Texas. It was almost 3,000 square feet. It was located on a golf course. And there were, as you can imagine, a ton of pine trees. So naturally, the pine needles kept piling up on the roof and in the gutters, and they were clogging things, and these things needed attention. And here's how bad it got. Uh, their home was struck by lightning, and thank goodness it only hit the gutter, but there was so many pine needles that were all just compacted in there. As soon as that lightning hit, it caught on fire. So, but luckily they were able to put it out and it didn't cause too much damage. But all I could think about was my 80-year-old stepdad, and he did not need to be climbing on that roof, blowing off those pine needles. And my mom, I mean, she was cleaning bathrooms and sweeping and mopping floors on a regular basis. They they didn't complain. They just quietly carried it. They tried to hire some people to help, but that help was not easy to come by, and it was even harder to find people who would consistently help and keep showing up. And then one day, they just didn't want to do it anymore. They told me they wanted less house, less responsibility, less risk, and they wanted to be closer to my sister and I. They wanted ease. And that's when it hit me. This wasn't about giving something up. This was about gaining peace. Yes, they loved their golf course view. Yes, they loved their friends. There were definitely tears about leaving the place where holidays were celebrated and memories were made. If you're walking through this season with your own parents, I see you. You're not alone. If you want more information on how to start the conversation, then check out my next video. We're going to talk about moving from the family home to the next chapter. It's going to be a step-by-step guide. I'll see you in the next one.